Good morning, period 2. I'm creating this video today because I am not in your classroom. I ended up having to take today off. So your substitute teacher is Mr. Moulton. He is my student teacher from last trimester, and it should be a really good day with him. He's not aware of this project, so I wanted to walk you through what it is you guys are going to be doing to kind of round out the end of Unit 1. You're going to be completing Activity 133, Was It a Crime? And you should be able to see that on the screen right now. You can read over the instructions so you kind of get a sense of what the case report involved in this activity is supposed to be about. But essentially, it's a way for you to pull together all that we have learned about the Anna case, including specifically the pieces of evidence from all the analysis that we've done, the different ways that we've analyzed the crime scene itself, such as our sketches, things of that nature. We've read some summaries and so on. My first period class actually helped me make a list of all the things they've learned about the case, and you'll see them in my handwriting on the whiteboard to the left. Excuse me. And then basically what you're going to do is pull it all together in the form of a Padlet. If you're not familiar with Padlet, Padlet looks like this. This is actually a sample project from last year. And so you can see what the students have chosen to do on Padlet is create a personal story here, telling us a little bit about Anna, including a little image of who they believe to be Anna. And they kind of walked us through what we learned about the case at the beginning, calling it an introduction. Then we go down a little further and they start breaking down the different pieces of evidence that have been analyzed so far. So you see everything from fingerprints to the blood type analysis with an explanation of what those findings actually mean. And then secondarily, in addition to explaining what they could mean or kind of spelling out what was done, they've made an inference. And what that simply means is that they've identified what the piece of evidence means to them. So it's pretty simple, as you can see, like the fingerprints, they spell out the pattern that was found, who it belonged to according to our analysis, and then made mention of why Alex's fingerprints would have been left at the scene. And so that's the inferential part of your findings. If you look at the activity and you look at the case report guidelines, it follows a different format but still lists the kinds of things that we want to see in your case report. So this would be a great place to look for an idea of what to do. So if I go back to the student example, which unfortunately I cannot make available to you, I just wanted you to glance through some of the things that they've put on here. I love their use of visual. They went through one piece of evidence at a time, and then they were really smart and just took photos of some of the things that we had done throughout the course. So this is their powders that were analyzed. This was the data table from their blood spatter lab report. And then lastly, they kind of included the evidence from the gel electrophoresis in the form of taking a photo of their paper strips. And then one of the other required pieces here is a conclusion. So in their conclusion, they broke it into two parts and added a little bit about, what they think could have happened that caused Anna's death. And then over on the other side, they kind of just pulled together all the evidence that was described up above and saying that, like, most of the evidence points to Anna, with a little bit being Alex. So I really like this one. I feel like it was pretty comprehensive. If you look at the 133 on MyConnect, you'll see that there's actually a rubric. So you'll see how I'm going to be grading what you've done. And it's pretty simple. But overall, we're giving you potentially 30 points for this case report. And I'm planning to put it into the labs and projects category of the gradebook. So you really do want to do very well. I will let you work on the project with a partner if you should choose, or you can do it individually. But one of the key things that has to happen is that we password protect the site. All of our curriculum is copyrighted. So what you'd want to do is basically come over to the top right corner of your Padlet and click on, I think it's your picture. Nope. Click on the share button. And I'm not the owner, so it's actually not giving me the same privileges. You guys should be able to set a password protection in the share button and then be able to pull the URL. Maybe it actually happens after I copy the link. Nope. It doesn't seem to be. So I actually need to have you password protect it. And then of course I'm going to need that password in order to be able to do the grading. So you're going to go to Activity 133 and you will see a link to a Google survey. And then that survey will open up and allow you to enter a couple pieces of information, including if you worked with another person, the URL for your Padlet, and then the password that you've come up with. I would suggest that you don't come up with a password like Anna Garcia, because everybody's going to guess that one. We want to keep it so no one else can access it. And if you forget, I'm going to take it down, and I'm not going to let you get a grade for this particular assignment. I'm that serious about it. So please, 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 please do that last piece, and then you guys can, that's about it, basically. I hope that gives you some clarity on what we are looking for. I had planned to explain this yesterday, and we ran out of time. So I am going to give you until Monday at midnight or 11:59 p.m. to complete this work, and just make sure you shared the link through this means on the screen. Okay, hope you guys have a good day. Take care.